Breaking news, my country people. Una dey see this bad blood between the former governor of Delta State, Clark Okowa, and Edwin Clark. E don tey wey dis matter start, my country people. No be today. There have always been disputes between the two of them, always bad blood. Na so kwanta the two dey kwanta. So till recently, Edwin Clark had written a petition against Clark Okowa. He said Clark Okowa mismanaged Delta State money. He couldn't account for, some certain amount of money that Clark Okowa was involved in the floating of the premium bank. He used money to do this. He mismanaged Delta State money. He even added that Clark Okowa sidelined the Delta State Oil Producing Areas Development Commission, the SUPADEC. Yes, the SUPADEC is an interventionist agency established to manage a 13% oil derivation fund to drive infrastructural development of the oil producing communities in the state. So he said Clark Okowa has spent all the pensioners' money. He couldn't do this, he couldn't do that. He went to pack money and build a university in his own village. Has said Clark Okowa has 13 companies, that he took all the money and put in the companies. So many allegations were weighted against Clark Okowa. He said Clark Okowa embezzled the Delta State money. So my country people, the matter wey dey ground be say Sir Edwin Clark, an elder statesman, has also disclosed that people have been pressuring him to drop his allegations against Clark Okowa, but he has refused to do so because Clark Okowa has gone beyond limits. He has gone beyond acceptable limits. So he said, see, people are coming to him, appealing to him to let Clark Okowa go. But he said no, he would not let Clark Okowa go because he has crossed the line. So my country people, this is really serious. Clark stated that he supported Okowa's candidacy for governorship after it was claimed that the position had never been zoned to the Northern Senatorial Zone. And then he also criticized Mr. Chris Anyango, the former Commissioner for Information, for refuting his claims against Okowa, asserting that he stands by everything he said and he cannot be lying at his old age, a man of 96 lying. Because when Clark accused Okowa of neglecting the people of the Niger Delta by failing to utilize their 13% derivation funds for their own benefit, Mr. Chris Anyango, I beg your pardon, had came out to clear the air that the elder statesman is mistaken, that he's always trying to confuse the situation, and also stated that the man is even lying in the process, that Clark Okowa never did all this that the elder statesman claimed he did, that Clark Okowa worked very well for the state and all. But he said that as a leader from the South and in Delta State, Clark emphasized his responsibility to ask questions, regardless of whether he played a role in Okowa's ascent to the governorship. He also expressed concerns for the sufferings of the people and recounted an incident where the vice president jokingly remarked about expecting to purchase the oil produced in the region during a visit to the Okorikoko to see the Maritime University. And Clark also accused Okowa of lying and even criticized Chris Anyango of trying to, aggravate the situation. And despite appeals to let Okowa go, Clark asserted that he would not relent because Clark Okowa has crossed a very critical boundary and the people deserved their rightful benefits. So many pleas have been coming, but he said no, that Okowa is a thief. He has stolen all Delta State money. He gave all the money to Atiku Abubakar for his campaigns, that he used Delta State money, for Atiku Abubakar's campaign during the presidential, election, that he should be arrested by the EFCC. So he wrote a petition against Clark Okowa, that Clark Okowa must pay for all his atrocities, that Clark Okowa has taken all Delta State money. he couldn't do this for the state, he couldn't do that. So my country people, na the matter wey dey ground. Even some certain youths had gone to some traditional elders, some traditional rulers in the state, yes, to talk about the disputes going between between Edwin Clark and Ifeanyi Okowa. They had went to seek some traditional rulers in the state that please, they should come and intervene in the lingering issues between the elder statesman Ifeanyi Okowa, Edwin Clark, and the former governor Ifeanyi Okowa. They had gone to appeal that these two should resolve their differences peacefully. They should resolve their issues peacefully. They visited one of the palace of the, one of the king's men and the traditional rulers council. They went to, different monarchs. They also went to the chairman of the Delta State Traditional Rulers Council, that they should come and interfere. Say make they come chook mouth for the matter wey dey go on between the elder statesman Edwin Clark and Ifeanyi Okowa, at least to promote peace and unity in the state, because the youth body had really frowned at what has transpired between Ifeanyi Okowa and Edwin Clark. So they said they want peace to reign in Delta State, and they said with all this crisis going on between Ifeanyi Okowa and Edwin Clark, it won't bring about peace. It is threatening the peace of Delta State. They had made an appeal that the traditional rulers should please intervene in this issue. That is why Chief Edwin Clark have said that no, they are coming to meet him, begging him, appealing to him that he should let Ifeanyi Okowa go, but he said no. Ifeanyi Okowa has crossed the line. He has stepped his boundaries. So he has refused to do so because Okowa has gone beyond acceptable limits. He has to ask questions. That why is Okowa doing this? Why is Okowa doing that? He did not leave Chris Anyango out. He said that Chris Anyango called him a liar. That how can a man of 96 be lying? A man of his age. He cannot be lying. That everything he said against Ifeanyi Okowa is the truth and nothing but the truth. Chris Anyango recently, on Arise TV had debunked the claims of the elder statesman. He said that what the elder statesman is saying, is really a lie, because Ifeanyi Okowa has really done well for the state. People call him the master of roads, that he has done so many projects for the people of Delta State. So he debunked the claim of the elder statesman Edwin Clark. So my country people, there's a lot going on between Edwin Clark and Ifeanyi Okowa. But the matter wey dey ground be say the elder statesman don talk say e no get how they want say beggar. Say he will never let Ifeanyi Okowa go until he is arrested by the EFCC, until he is being persecuted. He has to answer for the crimes he has committed against the people of Delta State. And yes, he wrote a petition against him. So my country people, what are your thoughts concerning this? I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.